Hey everyone, Guitars N70 here, and today we're going to be comparing the ESP versus the LTD, and we're going to be doing it with a couple of George Lynch signature guitars, different models, but it's ESP versus LTD, and let's do the throwdown and see where we come out. Okay, so this is the first one I'm going to look at here. It's the LTD George Lynch Sunburst Purple Tiger. It is the GL 500T. So I think this is a little bit upgraded from the, there's a GL 200 model, which I think is a little bit lower price point, probably lower build quality. But this one's about 20 years old, this guitar, close to it, somewhere in the early 2000s. And so I thought it would be a better comparison. We have Floyd Rose Special Tremolo on here. I'm pretty sure that this Seymour Duncan was standard with this guitar. Now, I'm the second owner, I believe, of this guitar, so I'm not positive that that's the case, but I believe it is the case. And I think this is either a JB or a Seymour Duncan distortion or something like that in here. Cool pickup. It's a really good pickup. This single coil here is something that I dropped in there. So when I got the guitar, it had a Duncan designed single coil, which just was, I think a refrigerator magnet would sound just as good. It was terrible. And so I replaced it, and it this Duncan hot rail is really sweet. You have, I think it's an alder body. It's heavy. I think the 200 series comes with a basswood body or something like that, but it's alder body. It's got a maple neck. It's got a rosewood fingerboard. And you have ESP tuners on there, made in Korea. It's a ripping guitar, and this is a coil tap here, so you have, you can just tap the, in or out to up or down to switch pickups. But I'll just give you a quick. I won't do the clean today for sake of, it's not really a fair comparison because the other one doesn't have a single coil. So let's do this. Let's see this a little bit better. There we go. All right, so let's just play. You'll be hearing some docking today because we have, George Lynch guitars. But how about maybe some Alone Again? Let's play it right. So yeah, it's a crunchy guitar and I love it. This is strung with 10s, so this fights me a little bit. It fights me a little bit more on some of the. I'm used to playing with 9s on these kind of guitars, but no, it's So yeah, it sings. I love this guitar. Really cool. Let me show you the other one and see if you. And we're just gonna do this on the fly because I'm not gonna edit this video because you know me, I never do. And I mean, let's keep it old school. Let's keep it real. Yes. Okay. So here we have the ESP M1 Tiger, Custom Shop Japan. So we got the Floyd Rose original Floyd Rose trem. We have a TB12 Screamin' Demon humbucker in there. 1 volume knob, so there's no coil tap or anything like that. We have a solid maple body, maple neck, maple fingerboard, and Gato tuners. So yeah, let's let your ears do the shopping to the comparison. So there you go. That's the sound of the two guitars. And let's wrap this up here. So the question is, how do they compare with each other? So the LTD version of the Purple Tiger, when it first came out, I think that guitar was around $1,100, maybe $1,200, something like that. When I purchased it online at eBay several years ago, I think I paid $700 or $800 or something with the original case. It's the Signature series, so it's a little bit more. But and then this guitar, you know, I paid over $3,000 for this guitar. You know, I won't say the exact price, but you know, it was over $3,000. Both guitars I bought used. Both guitars were in pretty good. You know, this was in mint condition. The other one was in really good shape. So I thought when I bought it. But new, this guitar goes for over $4,000. It's like probably $4,500, maybe even close to $5,000. This guitar, the Purple Tiger, like I said, it was about $1,200 or something like that. So where's that? How does that, you know, balance out? Like, is it worth it? Is the ESP worth it? I gotta say, you know, if it really comes down to two different things. There's the sound, and then there's the playability, and other intangibles. Now, sound-wise, there's a difference. I like the sound of this one better. It's a lot smoother. The distortion is a lot smoother, and you would notice when I plugged it in, it wasn't as loud. So the output on this TB12 is not as screaming as you would think it is. It was louder on the Purple Tiger, but I think the quality of the tone was better. But it's not a huge difference. I mean, you know, it's not a huge difference in the quality of the tone, but it is there. I think where it comes out is the build quality. So let me show you something on this other guitar here, real quick. I know that they built this to George's specs, you know, when they put it together, and he has commented that he likes his high E string close to the edge of the fingerboard because he actually does some things where he'll maybe slide it off the board and make this weird sound or whatever. I hate that. I absolutely hate that. I don't like it sliding off the edge and doing stuff like that. But if you notice down here, I mean, you probably can't see it on here, but see how the E string is not even over the pulls, really? It's more close to the edge of the fingerboard. And I had to struggle to have somebody set it up to get it right. I mean, look at the way the tailpiece is jammed all the way over here to this. So I don't know if that was just a design flaw that they made in this, if they're all like this, or if it's just mine. Got it set up to where it's playable, but even if that were, you know, straight centered or whatever, I fight this guitar a little bit. You know, I love it because I love the look of the guitar. I mean, it sounds very George, and it's cool. It's a cool guitar, and I do like it. And I kind of collect some Signature series guitars, so you know, I'm never going to get rid of that guitar. But the M1, the Yellow Tiger, you know, the difference is the build quality. Everything about that guitar, the playability is, I don't fight that guitar. That guitar plays me. I don't play that guitar. Whereas the Purple Tiger, I got to fight that a little bit to get that to perform. You know, it's just harder to play. I don't know why. Could be all up here too. I mean, but I don't think so. I think I've played enough guitars to know what's playable and what's not so playable or whatever, or comfortable. But on the surface, if you're just to say like, okay, here you go, you just have to make the choice for yourself. If you're, you know, have the money to spend, and it's like, it's not going to really bother you too much either way, I would definitely go for the Signature, the ESP, because the ESP is built better, and it is more playable. However, if you don't, I mean, if money is something that you're like, man, I just don't want to, you know, lay that much out for guitar or can't do it or whatever, totally get it. And I think you wouldn't be disappointed. Like if, let's say you bought a new one, like I can't really say because I haven't had this one from a new state. But if you bought it new and you bought like maybe the Kamikaze or something and paid $1,200 for it, I think you'd be really, really happy with it. And the LTD, they make really good guitars. I have an EC 1000, an LTD, and it was my main player for 8 years, 9 years, or something like that. It just played awesome, and it sounded awesome. It came with Seymour Duncan's in it too. So ESP versus LTD. My final thought is ESP is the better guitar. Is it worth $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 more? Probably not. Probably not. But I'm at the point in my life where, you know, I'm just like, look, if they put out a better model, I'm gonna get it. You know, I'm gonna buy it, and I'm gonna play it. Doesn't mean I don't have LTD models and don't love playing them. I do have LTDs, love them, play them. It's great. But anyway, that's my opinion. Let me know what you think down below of your LTD, or if you have an ESP. Do you think it's worth the difference? And what do you think? I know that, man, there's so many LTDs out there, the signature models, that I'm like, ooh, God, I gotta have it, you know? And so I wouldn't balk at buying one. All right. So thanks everyone for checking it out. Have a great day.